Troubles. Hey, so using your focus is the key to your success. Whether you are being logical, rational, or intuitive and creative. And by the way, being intuitive is actually being irrational, or at least the opposite of being rational. So, your focus is what is going to allow you to move between intuitive mode, logical mode, creative mode, simply getting things done mode. It is your focus that will save you and make you functional. Hi, I'm Fran Gallagher. I'm your guide to relationships, meditation, and intuition. So, there are two ways to think about your focus. One is that you are going to go wherever your focus is. So, in Ashtanga Yoga, you can, if you want, go from downward dog to jumping through your hands. You're supposed to land softly in between your hands. Have your butt land softly in between your hands. I never achieved that. I came crashing to the ground. But one of the ways that I learned to be able to land where I wanted to was to look 18 inches in front of me. And then my body would naturally fall 18 inches behind my gaze, the point of my gaze. So let's say you are driving in Colorado in the winter and there are potholes. So if you stare at the pothole, you will drive into the pothole. If you simply have the pothole in your awareness, know that's not where you want to go, but stare where you want to go, you will avoid the pothole. That's what we have to do with our focus in our lives. We need to be able to be aware of what we don't want and focus on what we do want. This is not easy, especially when what we don't want is really bearing down on us, or it is really in our awareness. The second way we can think about our focus was described by Michael Crichton in his book Travels. So you might remember that Michael Crichton wrote and directed Jurassic Park, along with many books, many films that he directed. He was very creative, very prolific, very successful. And he writes about walking across the room with a full cup of coffee. If you pay too much attention to the full cup of coffee, you will spill it. If you don't pay any attention to it at all, you will spill it. But if you have the right amount of what he calls focused inattention, you will make it across the room with your cup of coffee. I absolutely adore that explanation because it really helps me know what it is I do when I use my intuition. When I work with clients, helping them develop their intuition, I'm going to notice where they put their focus. Uh, if they put their focus too down and wrinkle their brow, then I know they're off the track of their intuition. There are other things I'm sensing. I'm sensing things energetically. But I personally look off to the side, and it might be down, it might be up. I see other people, they look up to either side. All of this is, we're not looking at anything. We're just kind of disengaging the eyes from our physical reality in order to look inward. And this doesn't even mean necessarily that the person is using their visual sense. They could be using any of their senses, but the visual sense is bombarded all the time unless we close our eyes. So you might even notice if you tend to close your eyes when you're using your intuition. So whether you're looking into a crystal ball, you're looking into a teacup, or into the bottom of a beer glass, or if you're looking at a poem. For me, it is just about that level of focused inattention. Another good way to describe that focused inattention, by the way, is relaxed inattention. We really need to be relaxed. That's why I'm not always good at using intuition for myself. I do use it, I do feel guided a lot in my life, but I can't use it really well if I am all balled up about the answer. You know, should I have a hot fudge sundae today? Should I? That's going to be not a really good way for me to focus in a relaxed way. So I want you to be thinking about how you use your focus. And I really think one of the things we do that is problematic is that we focus on what's wrong and we don't always focus on what's right. I'd really encourage you to start training your focus to become aware of what is working and what's functional and what's positive. And where there is the possibility of shift. I use the example of if you were in a, let's say you were a primitive person and you were in a room with the door closed and you had no idea what a door was. You might feel all around the room until you found something that moved. And then you would mess with it and the door would open. It would be a big surprise. But that's what we are doing, really and truly. We're just feeling around, looking around, becoming aware in order to find out where the shift is going to take place. I hope you find that useful because I just thought that was really helpful for me about what I'm doing when I work with clients. I'm trying to feel where the next shift is going to come from, where the highest possibilities lie or the probabilities. So, thank you for joining me. Uh, you got this. You're on the spiritual path if you're listening to this. And just so you know, the spiritual path has an intelligence to it and it has an intelligent unfolding. And it's all is coming, as Patabi Joyce used to say, one of the great yoga teachers. Thanks. Oh, and later today at noon Mountain Time is my uh, masterclass called, that crystal ball we're all talking about that we say we don't have? I've got the title messed up. You have it. You have a crystal ball. It is your focus. So join me in an hour on Facebook. I'll put the link here in the comments, and I hope to see you there. Bye bye.